So, one of the things that I struggle with is that it takes me a long time to finish things. Some of it is perfectionism, some of it is a lack of skill of being able to estimate my own capabilities, and some of it is a focus problem. But I wanted to share a project I've been working on and share some of the things that kind of has gotten me through it, and hopefully it'll help you a little bit. So you're watching this video probably at the beginning of the year. It's 2026. I'm recording this on December 31st, 2025, and everyone's thinking about goals and trying to make their plans for the next 365 days around the big fireball in space. And while all those things are important, it's important to understand that we should be gentle with ourselves. Not everything works out the way you think it's going to. And I share this because I wrote a book. It's called How to Eat Like a Grown-Up: 5 Principles for Navigating Our Modern Food Environment. I'll talk about this in a little bit, but I wanted to be really transparent with this journey that I've been on and make a little update video. This is incredibly low budget, as in it's just going to be my face sharing some of my experiences, but this book has changed the way I look at personal work, personal projects, and follow through on things we say we're going to do. So for a little bit of context, in 2022, my business was doing very well. And then 2023, 2024 happened and it was cut in half. Let me be fully transparent. 2020 to 2022 was amazing. And then 2023 happened where it was not. And when 2022, I had this idea of making a book. It's How to Be a Freelancer, an artist guide to modern freelancing. A lot of it is a lot of the good habits I've built as a grown-up, whether it's setting aside time to work on my personal finance skills, whether it's following up with clients in a reasonable hour, or stronger email communication skills. And if you've looked at my face at least a little bit, you may have seen on my YouTube channel, amongst all of the Unreal Engine content, there is a little podcast called The Creative Adventure: An Artist Guide to Modern Freelancing. And that was effectively what the book was. When 2023 and 2024 happened, I obviously had some significant life changes, and it really took a strong hit on my confidence because I was like, what is happening? I had also just moved to LA at the time. I had changed a lot of my clientele. Moving away from where you're living, you lose clients, and that was a hard time finding clients. I've had some amazing people along the way still support me, which made the harder years successful still. They were still successful. It's just not nearly as successful as the previous years. And world circumstances, whether that's AI, whether that's tariffs, whatever else, made working in my little niche of the board game industry challenging. But it was still really important to me to talk about some of the fitness things in that little freelance project. And when I got to the freelance section in around I think it was like February 2023, I was originally going to put like a single page there of like, hey, as a freelancer, you should exercise more and we should think about our nutrition because it gives us energy so then we can actually perform amazing art. But when I started writing it, I had so much more to say. And if you don't know anything about my fitness journey, I grew up in a home environment that was not super great as far as building healthy habits. A lot of junk food. I grew up overweight, and it's a very standard transformation story. And if you've ever gone through some of those weight loss experiences, you'll know they'll suck. And 2, there's not a lot of awareness about the ups and downs of going on some sort of health fitness journey. And so I was spending a lot of time trying to craft the message, and eventually it just started getting longer and longer until I realized that I follow some basic principles when it comes to my relationship with food that has enabled me to maintain my healthier habits into my adulthood. If you look at a lot of the statistics of people who do undergo through a very significant weight loss journey, a lot of them do gain it back. And a lot of it is because there's a lack of guidance or principles about how to maintain afterwards. And this book is effectively a lot of the mindsets that I've come up with to be able to maintain the weight loss. It talks about my experience with eating disorders. I share everything I know about calories and nutrition. I've spent a lot of time reading nutrition books, and I did spend a lot of time trying to understand peer-reviewed medical journals to dissect, like, how does this apply to regular people. And I also do compete in powerlifting, so there's a little bit of a survivorship bias where I found a new passion in fitness, so it enables me to want to focus on my nutrition as well. But nevertheless, there are still principles that come from bodybuilding and powerlifting that are still incredibly useful for normal people. It's eating a lot of less calorically dense foods, to be honest. So then when we do choose to have something more fun, it's more special and it better aligns with our long-term health. To give you a quick summary of my book, there's 5 principles, and they're intended to sound inflammatory, but the goal behind this book is to understand how to break all of those principles. So those principles are no beef or pork, no dairy, no liquid calories, no sauces, and don't eat like a child. And this entire book is effectively how to break all of those principles. I'll be sharing a little bit more content in addition to hopefully some Unreal Engine and motion graphics tutorials and stuff over the next year. That's some of my goals in 2025 and 2026 to share more. But I'll be focusing a little bit more on the health and nutrition things because I do believe as artists, we do live an unfavorable lifestyle for being a little bit healthier because we're sedentary a lot of the time. So I do fully acknowledge, for myself at least, that it's important to move our bodies so that we can continue to make art. So I'll be sharing a little bit about those principles, but earlier this year, I had committed to finishing this project. I said, I had 2 major goals. One of them I'm keeping to myself, and that was a big career change for me, and I'm very excited about that. If you know, you know. And the other was this book. I said, I want this book to be out and purchasable by people. I think I said I would like it to be on Barnes and Noble stores. And that was incredibly, I had no idea what I was getting myself into. But I was like, I want people to be able to buy this book. And my book was available for purchase on December 24th, 2025. And that honestly felt like a weight off my shoulders, but it was a very strong alignment with the purpose that I have. And the reason why I'm making this video is I hope it inspires you to consider, what is your purpose? Why are you doing what you do? And I love filmmaking. I love motion graphics. I love the emotions that art it invokes in people. I still love 3D modeling. I still love creating commercials in my line of work and maybe doing some storytelling here and there. But I love being able to share the things that I know and teach people and help people. The reason why this book exists, even though people most know me for like motion graphics stuff, is because this is what I had to say this year. And I want you to consider, what is it you have to say in 2026? And set goals for whatever you have, but don't get married to the outcome. I'm very happy that this book is out. And one of the things that it did for me is align me with what I needed more out of life. And there are parts of it since 2022 that have sucked. And I'm very grateful for everyone along the way in that journey, because it has made me who I am today. And there's going to be a thing you're doing for your purpose that is going to test you in so many ways. And it's important to find the lessons in the journey. So I've learned a lot along the way with putting out a book, and I wanted to make a little video to just let people know that when it's out, link in the description down below, like and subscribe, all the influencer bullshit. But also, I wanted to make a video to hopefully inspire people. If you're watching this video, I know retention graphs are like very few people are watching at this point. So if you're watching, thank you. If you have a thing that you're working on, be patient and be gentle yourself. Give yourself some grace that maybe it's not done yet, but don't let it die. Just keep going and don't make it perfect. Just get it out. And that was kind of the purpose behind this little project. It was like, get it out, figure out what you learn along the way, and take away the best parts, and whatever was challenging along that journey, use that as a lesson. So anywho, I'll leave it there. Good luck in 2026. I'm looking forward to whatever you make. I hope that whatever I share with you, if you do allow me to be a participant in your life and you share some of your attention with me, that I hope whatever I share with you is useful and inspiring. And I will leave it there with, as always, the final tip, and that is eat 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. Goodbye, my friends. Bye.